I don't think anyone ever talks about this. No one ever talks about this. Getting our hopes up. Why is that so wrong? Because we should hope that we get the job.
Yeah, but at the same time, what if you don't?
Then we should just be like, all right, it is what it is.
But we're not. But we don't. We get, especially when people talk to you as if you're already hired.
Right.
You have this huge expectation, like, oh my God, it went really well and everything is good, and then all of a sudden you see somebody else get hired, or they never call you back, or they say, sorry, this position's been filled. What's the point of getting your hopes up?
Like, when you're in a job with the empty promises that, oh, you're gonna get the position.
I got way too many of those empty promises. But what's the point of getting your hopes up? I mean, if you're a kid, that's different.
Right.
Oh, I hope I get that toy for Christmas. You know, you do everything in your power as parents to make sure that that hope is, fulfilled if they do good or whatever the case is.
But we should.
But we could also teach them, like sometimes you're not going to always get what you want.
Right.
But be okay with that. But not a lot of people teach that.
So when they say get your hopes up, do not get your hopes. So when you say the job position, don't get your hopes up. Do you mean don't get your hopes up like, oh, you are going to get it? Like.
No, meaning continue doing what you're doing. If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. Don't think that because the conversation went so well that automatically you got it.
That's the part no one talks about.
Because at the end of the day, yeah, you had an amazing conversation. You guys cracked jokes. You were laughing. You feel like the vibe was so good, and then you don't get it.
So then that tells me, okay, but what was the problem then? Like, I don't get it.
No, but that's where you have a right to ask them, can you please just explain to me what I didn't have so that way I can work on it for the next interview.
But then I'm going to tell you that.
Well, one had no problem telling me that somebody didn't have eye contact, and that's why he didn't get the position. But
oh, I can't get eye contact. But yeah, look what happened to that person.
And look what happened. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm gonna put it out there, karma. You wanna be all like nitpicking about the little things, and what happened? Your whole company went down.
That's crazy.
The whole thing just went down. Why? Because you were nitpicking at the little things when you didn't even give the person a chance. So.
No, I get that. Because I've seen that. I've experienced that as well.
It's too much. Don't put that out there that
energy
that it's gonna go great, that
oh, I have a good feeling you're gonna get. No, I wouldn't even say that.
Don't even bother saying
we'll keep in touch. If
the conversation went great, take it as a conversation. Don't take it as you got the job. That's what a lot of people do, and that's their fault, not the person interviewing. It's the person. No, it's not the interviewer's fault.
No, but I do feel like it is too, because sometimes they do say things that make the person
right.
Like that.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if I'm the interviewer. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know that you suffer from low self-esteem. So how is that
how is that my problem?
No, yeah, I was gonna say, so how is that my fault if you felt disappointed?
Right.
So I understand that, but then at the same time, I should watch what I say to not give them that false hope that, oh, okay, you're most likely gonna get the job.
So then there goes that saying, don't get your hopes up, because a lot of people give false hopes.
That's
and
interesting.
You need to read it at
take it at face value.
Yeah, don't take it as, oh wait, but we had certain things in common, so she likes me. Oh, so that even in a relationship, if you want to go on a blind date or something, and just because things went great, but you don't know if that person's gonna call you back.
And here's the thing I hate. I feel like I should see, because this was always, that's a very interesting subject, because I feel like that honesty should always be the best policy, no matter how much it hurts. I don't like that ghosting shit. Like, I'm sorry, ghosting. I don't like ghosting. Because I'm like, hey, listen, like, let's just be friends. Like, I don't mind saying that, and I've said that, and then it was just like, oh my God, it's the end of the freaking world.
My biggest pet peeve is the sugarcoating. Stop sugarcoating a lot of crap. If you don't like the person for whatever reason, all right, we have plenty of interviews. We'll we'll keep in touch. That's it.
Have you ever beat around the bush and even in a relationship? Be honest.
Beat around the bush and what?
Like if you really didn't like a guy, but you didn't know how to tell him, how did you let's say you don't know how to tell because maybe you realize, oh god, this guy's a little sensitive. Like how
Yeah,
do
but
you?
that shouldn't be my problem.
Ooh, okay, let's talk about this.
That shouldn't be my
Why?
problem.
But why though?
Why shouldn't it be my problem?
Right.
If I don't like you, but you feel like you like me, okay, like I shouldn't have to like continue anything with you.
Because I feel like when I say, "Oh, but we had a good thing," I don't understand what the problem was, and then you tell someone, "Okay, but I just didn't see you that way." Then I notice. I don't know if it's both parties. I think it happens more with guys than girls, but like I feel like guys have this thing where like, "Oh, but if we had something good, why you just calling it quits?" Even though we just got to know each other, or we just like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to explain it, but
if
like
somebody gives you bad,
the little sympathy.
I'm sorry, but if somebody gives you bad sex, you're not gonna tell them, "Hey, by the way, I'm not gonna continue a relationship with you because we had bad sex." You're not gonna flat out say
no, not
that.
like that either.
Okay,
no,
but then just say it's not working out, and that's it.
Like, there's people who legit don't want to accept that answer for whatever reason because they don't think they did anything wrong because that's so
That's not my problem. If I tell, then take it for face value. If I don't, if that's it. That's it. Why should I have to tell you flat? You wanna get your, you rather hear, it's not working out. That's it, or do you want to hear why it's not working out and then get even more hurt?
Well, there are people who could handle that.
Yeah, well, clearly, if you can't handle something simple as it's not working out, if it's something that simple and you can't handle that, you can't handle the real truth.
Yeah, this is true. Damn. Okay.
Shoot, for all you know, oh yeah, we're breaking up because you suck in bed. Like, can you imagine what that person's gonna think? Who knows? And by personal experience, you end up being the bad guy, and you end up being the slut, and you end up being whatever. Like, no, like, too bad. Like, I don't care. Call me a slut.
I don't have to like you because you feel like I need to like you. Like if you like me but I don't see you that way, there should be a boundary of respect.
Sure, look what happened with me and you. Like we were never in that stage of, oh, like, let me see if he likes me, let me see if I like her. No, we just went with the flow, and that's what's beautiful about this relationship. But we met,
yeah, because we were friends first, and everything just happened.
And we were just ourselves. We already knew what we went through, and then the fact that we even touched that subject, like even attempted to even get close to each other, it was still awkward because I always saw you as a brother.
Right.
I always saw you as a little brother that I need to protect because everybody keeps like bashing you for whatever reason or whatever the case is, and I was sick of it. But how I had shut up. Yeah, look at us now. Like I want to bash you myself now.
Throw me out the window.
Throw you out the window. But like it you have to. You know, what if I told you like sex was great, but hey, you know what? You're weird. How would you take that?
I feel for some type of way.
Okay,
I guess I'm an adult now. Yeah, see, but I can't see. You know what? It's because I can't see because it didn't happen, so I can't really see. I think it's because we're already married. I wouldn't know. But it was a girl I actually liked. Here's what I realized. Right? Let's say I was dating these other girls and things didn't work out. I would feel some type of way. I was the kind of person that would get mad.
And I get it because it's happened to all of us. It's happened to all of us where things didn't work out and you're sitting there wondering why.
But now here's my point to piggyback what you just said. So that's the thing. I always wondered why, and I always wondered, was it something I've seen or something I saw that I wanted, and then when I tried to get that same thing from the person I was dating, it didn't work out that way, and then maybe my expectations were way too high.
Key word right there, your expectations. People need to stop expecting a lot. If you stop expecting the outcome that you wanted and just go with the flow and see what happens.
It's easier said than done, though.
It is easier said than done, but that's where maturity kicks in.
So what about, because I know for me, my thought was, damn, she was a beautiful girl. Like she was a hot looking girl and I can't have that hot looking girl. I ended up settling for an average girl because that girl liked me, but I don't like the way she looks too much, but I like her personality, so I'll settle for this. But my whole thing is, why is that even a mentality to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Because you know how many hot girls I've seen and they're like real, like really ugly personality wise, or they're like, okay, you're not too bright. And I've met some not too bright people.
Right.
Audio, if you're listening, like, he knows what I'm talking about. The funny girls, they call it. But let's not get it twisted because this guy's too. Let's not get it twisted because girls go through the same thing too, where they meet them hot looking guy, but this guy's not that bright in the head.
Listen, at the end of the day, stop expecting. Just point blank.
I think we paint pictures of what we think.
Because society gives us a picture or stories of the ugly duckling becomes a beautiful swan, gets the prince, marries, falls in love, happily ever after.
Right, it's fake.
Right, it's all fake. Like,
Snow
keep
White.
it real. Like, you might end up being a single mom. You might end up being a single dad. You might end up, like...
But that's how that it's not fair attitude comes about, right? Because maybe we don't really... Because I feel like it also goes from what you're being taught at home, too, before, as you become a kid, and what you're seeing. And when I mean being taught, I don't mean being taught as in, like, daddy sat down with me and spoke to me about life. No, I mean being taught based on what was around you, what you saw around you.
Right.
And then you not knowing how to handle that situation. So then when a situation arises and you don't know how to deal with it because no one taught you, or you were taught to lash out rather than have a conversation, because maybe growing up you were taught that lashing out was the better result because of what you saw, not because somebody told you.
Right.
So I don't know. This is very interesting. But getting our hopes up, yeah, I feel like sometimes you get your hopes up in a sense, like it's okay to hope that we get the job, but don't get it too up to the point where, okay, no, I have to have this job, and then they don't give it to you, and then it leads to the disappointment. We don't like disappointment. And how many times do people go through it to the point that now they develop low self-esteem, they develop things like that?
No, they develop anger. Well, that you know too. What? They don't know what they're talking about, and freak that job, and to hell with this, and to hell with that, and here comes this bitterness, here comes this anger. And then sure enough, you start taking it out on everybody and anything that's around you because that's your fault. You expected to get the job.
Right. Like, okay, so how about this? Because I've had interviews where, let's say, I know it's not as more than one interview these days. I've had interviews where everything went well, but then when I got the second or third interview, like you got the wrong person. You ever got like the wrong person?
Oh yeah.
Like I don't mean the wrong person as in like
they were just wrong place, wrong time, wrong whatever. They just woke up on the bad side of the bed, and then
or the scenario just didn't play out, and they just like maybe the first person saw something, but maybe the second person didn't see. Like, but sometimes it comes because I've had situations where it almost became confrontational. I don't think the person meant for it to be like that, but it's like, okay, I'm just thinking in my head, okay, why is he coming at me like, or why is she coming at me like I don't understand, because the first interview went well. Why is this second interview like you got
to say it wasn't a setup to get stricter on you and see how you handle it?
That I don't know. I don't know. We just don't know.
That's instead of just like taking it for what it is.
Yeah, but I've had someone told me no, but at the same time, but like I've had people tell, like I've had an interview tell me, like the second interview tell me, oh, it's a downgrade, not an upgrade. I'm like, and I try, and like the person wouldn't even let me talk. In the
but that you.
So I don't know. So now my question is. Was it me? Was it them? Was it a test? Was it? Tested. I don't. But we don't know that.
You'll never know.
That's the crazy part about it. Or was it one of those that would
prepare yourself if you do have another interview? Okay, there might be a douchebag that's gonna interview me next. Let me be prepared. Let me not take it personal.
But you can't be prepared for something like that.
Yes,
for someone to be a douchebag.
If you already encountered that one time, that should be lesson learned.
Right, but I shouldn't. But I shouldn't have that mindset that that's gonna happen each time, though.
Well, but be prepared for it. Don't be ignorant about it either. You shouldn't be like, okay, well, that was just a bad day, bad interview, whatever, and everything else is gonna be flowers. Like, no, you gotta be prepared for a douchebag.
No, I don't like that either. I get that.
I just feel like you should be prepared for the worst in case. That way you know for a fact, and that's a bad way of thinking, but unfortunately we're in a society where everything is
Yeah,
negative.
but this job economy sucks. This job economy is horrible. Like the economy overall is just bad.
It just bothers me, and especially like if you work as an employee, and then you have managers giving you like false hopes, like, oh well, there's a position that needs to be filled and you're doing so great. I hate that. Why do you say anything
It's
at
like
all?
you might as well just give it to me
Just
right there
shut
and
up.
then.
Just shut up. Like, I understand you're cool with the person and everything, but there's no need for that. Or, oh, like, you're I'm sorry to say this, but you're a regular agency. Maybe you can be hired through Board of Ed or whatever the case is, and it's like,
But then nothing
and
actually
nothing
happens.
So it's like, I even had a teacher that heard me having a conversation with another teacher about my mom going to Brooklyn to get her eyes checked because we don't know anybody good around here in Bayonne. And then she goes, oh, well, I know this random teacher out of nowhere. I'll get you all the information.
Never
sure
got
enough,
the information.
every single day, I walk right by her. Hi, how you doing? You think I'm asking her, hey, by the way, do you have that number to that doctor? No. You're clearly walking by me back and forth. Sometimes you even put your head down. Like, what was the point of even mentioning or jumping in or chiming into my conversation if you're not gonna follow through? That's the problem with a lot of people.
No, that's not gatekeeping, because gay people is
that's the
you're
problem
not
with
even.
a lot of people. They tend to like jump in because they want to be a part of the conversation, but don't jump in and give false hopes. Like, don't do that.
Don't give me that notion that you're gonna come through for me or follow through, and then nothing happens.
What I'm trying not to do with our son. Like, I'm trying. Like, if I told you I'm gonna take you out on Friday, I have to do everything in my power. As crappy as I feel, I gotta take you out on Friday. Because who's to say he's not at that stage where he's now remembering? Oh well, you told me on Friday. Because you said
we all did that to our parents, but see, but our parents had no shame. They didn't care.
No, they didn't care. But I don't want to be like that.
No, I get that. Yeah, I
don't want to be like that because I know how it feels. If again something simple as a doctor's phone number, and I can't get that, and I'm like pissed off.
Like, if you forgot, but don't play it off like we never had the conversation.
Right.
And you try to duck
and then you have exactly because you're walking by me.
That.
You're literally walking by me, and you put your head down and you keep walking. Now we don't even say hi. I'll purposely say hi to you.
Right.
Like, on purpose.
You ever borrow money and then someone always had an excuse why they couldn't have the money? Is it that you didn't have the money or you didn't want to give back the money?
I don't want to pay you. I don't want to pay you.
Then no, because I made it very clear that this was a loan.
Right, but I don't want to pay you right now. Matter of fact, I'm hoping that you forget about it.
Yeah, that's messed up. When it comes to currency, that's crazy.
No, well, I already got a $700 paycheck. And I owe you $10. No,
$10. I just don't. I said I'll buy you food. How about that? I'm more like I'll buy.
You know what? That you still owe me a quarter.
Owe me a quarter from the. Yeah, I gave it to you at the bodega.
But like, look how something stupid and simple. But look, we got it. You borrowed a quarter. Sure enough, you paid it right back.
When we went to the
bodega, even though it was a quarter. Even though it's a quarter.
Even though you told me don't worry about it, I insisted
that right
on giving
there
you
is
the
like
quarter.
true like.
Oh, but that's because I mean I knew I had a crush on you, but I was like, there's no way I was gonna have you because you were married already at the time, and then opportunity came up.
But look how something stupid and simple. But then that showed that gave me more respect for you because I'm like, damn, something simple as a quarter. And you still came through?
Yeah, it's a quarter. It's money.
And then
currency.
Sure enough, every single time I needed to go outside, who's the first person I called? I called you.
Yeah.
With husband and all. And I still called you. I had no shame. Wow. Yeah. I had no shame.
You had a husband and everything.
Husband
and you still
hitting you up. Come on. I'm buying. Let's go.
That's crazy. I remember that. Yeah, the two cherries.
Shut up with the 2 cherries.
The 2 cherries, yeah, man.
Pick me.
Pick me.
Oh my god.
I put it out there without realizing I was putting out there that we're gonna be together. I ain't think we were ever gonna be together because our worlds are colliding, like pun intended. Worlds collide, and then here we are.
But see, you know why it worked out? Because we didn't have any expectations. You didn't expect me to be with you.
Right. Everything just happened naturally.
Right. But you see how, like...
World Trade Center just gave you a kiss.
but that's the whole point of this conversation. Stop having expectations and just go with the flow, and then you'll see what happens. That's what a lot of people need to learn how to do. If
It,
you just go with the flow,
it's
okay,
hard
I
to go
had
with
to,
the flow
but
because
but you had no problem doing it with me.
no, but see, but you, I feel like you helped me make it easy for me to go with the flow. But I've had friends that gave
But
me this notion like, oh, I'm supposed to just know what the fuck you're talking about,
no,
and I don't know
no,
what you're talking about.
because just again, you live life, but you live life differently. Each person has their own way of taking life for what it is. Like, but me, like I never expected you to like me. I never expected you to like. I didn't expect nothing from you. And come on, we were friends, and we had moments where we were always by ourselves. We never touched.
I know that's kind of
We
crazy.
never had sex. We never kissed. We never nothing.
Nah,
We never even joked like that. Like we were just
no,
like
that's crazy.
it was just never on the table. But that's the no expectations is what made this happen.
Yeah, no, I get.
So
That's crazy.
that's what a lot of people need to learn.
There were
They
people.
need
Yeah,
to if
I'm
they
gonna
can
bring
just
this up because I remember when we made it official. Like we already
oh
had it
Lord have
official, but
mercy.
when we announced that we made it official for a month now and all this other stuff, man, how my first girlfriend had a post on Facebook. It was like a
Mm-mm.
cartoon illustration. It says good
Good
luck.
luck with that
Oh
wacko.
no, you think you're cute because you're dating my ex. Good luck with that wacko, right? But then, okay, sure, I'm the problem, but you weren't. No, okay.
That's another subject. That's a whole other story right there. But no, but
That's
at the end,
pettiness right there. See,
no, but
because his my
that's
my response now is okay. See, but the fact that you felt petty enough to even put that as a status proves to
right.
me how immature you were and how why we didn't work out.
But did you expect that out of her? Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. See.
I didn't expect it to be like that, but I expected her to react some
But
shape
that
and
because
form. Absolutely,
they gave
because yeah,
they gave that. That's what they. I don't know how to say. I
you
don't
just
know what
mad
to
because
say.
I didn't go back with you. That's it.
No.
Like, cause she got the dumb
All
one.
right, here we go. We're gonna open up another
No,
can of
no, no.
worms.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no,
At
I
the end
get
of the
that.
day, a lot of people need to just stop expecting. You went to an interview, boom, leave it there. That's
Like
it.
when
If they call, they call. They don't call, they don't call. Because then that's questioning how you feel about your value. If you can't value yourself to think, okay, they didn't take me, well, it's their loss, not mine. I know what kind of worker I am. I know what kind of person I am. I know what I can put on the
we should
table.
think about, you know what? If it didn't work out, think about it as even though because low self esteem is real. But I say, you know what? I'm learning now. I say, you know what? Okay, so I've learned now that when I don't get a job, I might have my moment to be disappointed for a little bit and then move on after that and not stay in the moment. And I tell myself, you know what? It's not my loss, it's their loss.
Right. It
Because
is
the
their
right
loss.
place, the right situation is gonna happen and they're gonna benefit from me.
Yep.
Which I'm getting so much favor at work, which is
You
freaking crazy
see?
because I'm not used to it.
That's because.
And I become the poster child of what a concierge should be like.
Right.
And I didn't even ask for all that. I was like, okay. But it felt good. I still question it, but I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks. Like,
Today I actually got a gift from a last year's student. They were supposed to make a hand and say high five, thank you for helping me get to first grade.
Right.
Out of all people, the one student that yeah I played with, whatever, I had fun with, but I didn't think I caused that much of an impact that they actually are in the next grade. They're going to second grade and they made me a hand.
Aww.
And it says, "Thank you, Ms. Galai, for helping me get to second grade."
Yeah.
And I was like, out of all people, and I was shocked. So we did it in our class, and the one who got the most, it was my 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 helper.
Yeah.
She ended up getting more than me and the teacher, and I was like, "Holy cow! You were just here only for a little bit, but look at the impact you did on these
Impact
kids."
is important. Yeah, impact is important.
Right, but that's what you should leave at a job. Leave them regretting
That
not taking you, because I guarantee you, karma, not for nothing, karma comes around and they're gonna end up picking the one person that they thought was overqualified or good or that's the person for the right job, and they end up quitting.
This is true. I think the worst thing about work is when there's no work-life balance, because you gotta have that. Because
Nobody,
that
companies do not care. You have
that's
to
hard.
sell your soul, your body, your life
It
to them, and that's
sucks.
it.
And it sucks.
You have a newborn. Okay, I'll see you in 3 weeks. You're only getting 3 weeks with your
Yeah.
brand new child. Like
Yeah,
no,
which is
it's bad. It's
it
bad.
is.
Then nobody cares about family values. They don't care that you just had a baby. They don't care that you got stitched up because you had a C-section. They don't care about that. They expect you at
Yeah,
work.
it's rare to find one that actually cares about that kind of stuff.
But
I get you.
So, if you made it towards this point of the episode, then thank you for listening. You can follow me at Jam Them Down on Instagram. You can follow me at The Andy Morales on YouTube. And you can listen to this on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere you can listen to podcasting. And until next time.